It was the week of surprise upsets, and we finally have no winless teams. I'm Mike Yam, and here's what we learned in Week 8. While we don't quite know if Justin Fields would have been starting Sunday if Tyrod Taylor had been healthy, he might have Aaron Glenn reconsidering that potential change after this first win of the season. Fields limited mistakes, no turnovers, no sacks. He finished 21 of 32 passing for 244 yards with one score. He was aided by a Jets rushing attack that was unstoppable against the Bengals, with 6 10-plus yard runs, 254 yards on the ground, and 133 of those yards coming from Breece Hall on top of a highlight touchdown pass that won the Jets the game.
What a crazy game this has been in Cincinnati.
Now down 6 with 2 minutes to go, Jets offensive coordinator Tanner Eggstrom dialed up a running pass on a 1st and goal from the 4. Just before Hall was about to go out of bounds, he fired a pass towards the back of the end zone, an unexpected exclamation point on a 3-touchdown day for him.
And this Cincinnati crowd stunned as the Jets have come all the way back.
Aaron Glenn can finally enjoy a victorious post-game press conference, one that likely wouldn't have come without the play of their quarterback. Jets earned their first win of the year, and it smiles all around as they edge past the Bengals 39-38. Even with Kirk Cousins subbing in for Michael Penix, the Falcons were seemingly the favorites in this matchup, yet somehow the Dolphins pulled it together. There were looming question marks about Miami's personnel after the last few games, but their Week 8 performance might have proven they still stand a chance with the current cast. Now, the Dolphins outrushed the Falcons by nearly 100 yards. Tua, he threw for 4 scores against one of the best pass defenses in the league, and Waddle, well, he stood out as wide receiver 1 with 99 yards and an electric touchdown.
Look at him fly! You can kiss him goodbye! Waddle, touchdown! 43-yard strike. Wow!
Mike McDaniel might not be off the hot seat just yet, but this was as good of a showing as they've had all season. The Dolphins deliver some hope heading towards the second half of the year with a 34-10 dominant win over Atlanta. With Lamar Jackson surprisingly inactive for another game, Tyler Huntley took his place and delivered a clutch performance in a statement victory over the Bears. Chicago came in with 4 straight wins, but Tyler Huntley gave Baltimore a steadying force under center. He led the Ravens to 6 scoring drives and 8 possessions, dicing up the Bears' defense with his arm and his legs. It wasn't a Lamar-level showcase, but Huntley threw on target all game long. Derrick Henry helped with a productive ground game, 71 yards, 2 scores for him. Their red zone efficiency wasn't great, 3 for 6, but they played turnover-free ball. They might be way back at 2-5, but 11 teams have made the playoffs since 1990 with that starting record. Don't rule them out just yet, especially with Lamar's imminent return.
Yeah, and you said it before, that AFC North, these Ravens on Thursday night have a chance to put themselves in a much better position than they were yesterday.
After the Ravens take down the Bears with Huntley at the helm, it makes you wonder what he might have done in place of Cooper Rush's 2 starts. The Packers traveled to Pittsburgh to face their former quarterback. With all eyes on Rodgers, it was Jordan Love who showed out. With his former mentor watching from the sidelines, Love was surgical on the field. It was almost as if he saw the game in slow motion on his way to 360 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. At one point, he completed 20 straight passes. His connection with Tucker Kraft has continued to fill the stat sheet each week with 2 more scores going to the tight end on Sunday.
Kraft running away to the end zone. He has 2 touchdowns.
And give credit to the Packers defense, who forced Rodgers into 4 3-and-outs, with 2 of those coming in critical times in the fourth quarter. There's only one team Rodgers hasn't beaten. Green Bay gets an important win in primetime, 35-25 over the Steelers. This divisional matchup had all the makings for must-see television, but the Eagles dominated in front of their home crowd. Philly's defense created havoc in the backfield for Jackson Dart all day long, coming away with 5 sacks. The rookie quarterback continues, though, to show development, and his touch on the move is excellent, but the weapons around him need to improve. Theo Johnson dropped a perfect pass between defenders that could have set up a touchdown. Darius Slayton in his return caught just 2 of 5 targets for 26 yards. Big Blue's weapons were further hindered, with Cam Scattavoo leaving the game early on a cart after a gruesome ankle injury.
Really a brutal scene here in Philadelphia as Cam Scatterboot gets a standing ovation going off. His teammates coming up to dap him up, and an injury we're not going to show you. It's not pretty.
The Giants have seen some early promise since Jackson Dart earned the starting job, but New York still just has 2 wins on the season. The Colts are showing absolutely no sign of slowing down, dominating in all 3 phases week after week. Although facing a much less qualified Titans squad, the Colts show their play won't level down to their opponent. Daniel Jones continues to light up opposing teams, 21 for 29 passing, 272 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And he wasn't the only one with 3 scores on the day. Jonathan Taylor ran for 2 and caught a 3rd. He's putting up points at an unbelievable rate and is definitely on the short list for Offensive Player of the Year. Now, Sunday marked his 4th game this season with 3 touchdowns. He refuses to go down or out of bounds, and it's been incredibly fun to watch. Fortunately, these Colts will remain in the spotlight for the foreseeable future.
There he goes again. Taylor, yes! History! The first player in NFL history with 3 rushing touchdowns in 3 consecutive games against the same team.
Indianapolis advances to 7-1, atop of the league, while the Titans continue to figure out their identity with just 1 win on the season. Drake May and the Patriots have looked solid week after week. It's safe to say New England has their franchise quarterback, but the same can't be said for Cleveland. The Browns jumped on the Patriots on their first drive, dialing up a couple well-schemed passes to rookie tight end Harold Fannin Jr. for a touchdown, but then retreated to their ineffective form for the rest of the afternoon. Dillon Gabriel, he struggled, tossing away 2 turnovers in the second half. The Browns, they lack much to counter New England's consistent scoring. As with most of the season, Cleveland's offense did not do its part, shifting too much of the responsibility to the defense. And Myles Garrett gave them all he has, recording a career-high 5 sacks, resetting the Browns' single-game record and becoming just the 20th player to record that many sacks in a game since 1982.
He went from 5 sacks coming into this game to 10.
He's the first to do so in a loss of more than 3 points. Another loss for Cleveland makes you wonder, will they make a change at the quarterback spot? Browns head into the halfway point of the season with just 2 wins.